Purpose. The purpose of the Structure Management Operating Procedure is to outline the flow of activities that the structures team should follow to ensure consistency in meeting requests for delivering the structure and scaffolding scope of work. Scope. This standard operating procedure defines the procedures, including responsibilities, internal controls, and authorizations, for managing the structure and scaffolding scope of work as part of delivering ARENA's project services in UAE or KSA. Applicability. The procedures defined in this document are aimed at providing guidance to the structures team in UAE and KSA. The procedures apply to both full-time employees and contract staff involved in delivering scaffolding projects. For the warehouse team, detailed procedures are covered in the warehouse procedure document. Glossary of terms. Change requests. A formal request to change the production plan baseline. Approved change requests are documented and authorized changes to expand or reduce scope and may also modify the production schedule, costs, or budgets. Dismantling schedule. The project schedule that outlines all activities and timelines required for the careful deconstruction of building components to clear the site or return rental inventories to the warehouse or supplier. Method statements. HSE documentation used as a way to control specific health and safety risks identified, such as lifting operations, demolition, dismantling, working at height, installing equipment, or using plant equipment. Project build schedule. A list of a project's milestones, activities, and deliverables, usually with intended start and finish dates. These items are often estimated using other information in the project schedule, such as resource allocation, budget, task duration, dependency linkages, and scheduled events. Risk assessments. HSE documentation that identifies, analyzes, and records health and safety risks to which employees and others may be exposed during production and fit-out activities. Safety induction. The process of ensuring that the production and fit-out crew are fully informed about the production and fit-out operations, along with their responsibilities to perform these operations safely. Procedure. The structure management procedure includes 7 key activities, as illustrated in the figure. Each of these key activities is described in detail on the following pages. Provide bid support, plan structure scope, coordinate technical drawings, arrange kit, allocate crew, monitor and control orders and close orders. Provide bid support. The structures manager is responsible for providing the required inputs and support to the account manager and estimation team to prepare winning proposals that include the structure and scaffolding scope of work. Bid support provided by the structures team includes supporting the project manager in conducting site visits when required, assessing and providing guidance on site-specific requirements for structure and scaffolding jobs, advising the account manager team on in-house kit availability and capability, identifying and recommending external suppliers to the procurement team when in-house capability is not available, preparing standard rate cards for pricing regular scaffolding jobs, providing inputs to the estimation team for accurate pricing of scaffolding jobs through detailed cost breakdowns and estimates when required, and reviewing project proposals and project cash flow statements prepared by the estimation team. Plan structure scope. The structures manager supports the project manager in scheduling the structures and scaffolding scope of work and planning the resources required for the completion of this scope. Once the job is confirmed, the structures manager captures and reviews the approved final design and all design assets from the project manager. The structures manager works with the project manager to develop the project build schedule that covers the erection, inspection, permission, use, and dismantling of structures and scaffolds. Coordinate technical drawings. The structures manager supports the design team, structural engineering team, and the scaffolding engineer with inputs required to prepare the technical drawings for the structure and scaffolding jobs. The scaffolding structural engineer is responsible for preparing the technical drawings required for the scaffolding job. For this, the scaffolding engineer collaborates with the engineering team to ensure that the correct guidance is obtained and included in the technical drawings. The technical drawings are submitted to the structural engineer for structural approval, and all approved technical drawings are issued to the account manager or project manager. Arrange kit. The structures manager works closely with the warehouse manager and scaffolding coordinator to arrange the kit required for the delivery of the structure and scaffolding scope of work. If the kit is available in-house, The warehouse manager is responsible for planning and arranging the delivery of the kit to and from the project site. For scaffolding assets, the scaffolding coordinator prepares the load list for the scaffolding kit to be arranged for the job based on the approved technical drawings. The load list is forwarded to the warehouse team leader to pick, pack, and ship the scaffolding kit that is available internally. Arrangement of outbound deliveries from Arena's warehouse must comply with Arena's warehouse management procedure. For kit that is not available internally, the scaffolding coordinator prepares the purchase request in the ERP and issues this to the procurement team to source items from an external supplier. The head of scaffolding and the scaffolding coordinator support the procurement manager in evaluating and selecting appropriate vendors for the job. Procurement from external suppliers must comply with guidelines furnished in Arena's procurement management procedure. If the kit is arranged from an external supplier, the structures manager coordinates with the supplier to prepare the kit and manage the delivery to the site. For deliveries or services from external suppliers, the structures manager must ensure that the supplier is provided with an acknowledgement of their completion of goods or service delivery. The structures manager is provided with a delivery note stamp to acknowledge the supplier's delivery note or service completion certificates. The supplier delivery notes are shared with the operations administrator, who will prepare the goods receipt note in the ERP. Goods receipt notes are an essential requirement for the finance team to process supplier invoices. Allocate structures crew. The structures manager is responsible for allocating the crew required for delivery, installation, and dismantling of the structure and scaffolding scope of work. The operations planner requests the structures manager to allocate crew for the projects depending on the requirements. Timesheets for the structures and scaffolding crew will be prepared by the operations admin. Completed timesheets are approved by the structures manager and issued to the HR department. Allocate structures crew. Per diems, expense claims, and freelancer invoices related to the structures department must be approved by the structures manager and then submitted to the finance department for processing. Per diems and other expenses can be claimed subject to the guidelines in the Arena HR manual. The current workflow for claiming per diems and expenses is detailed in the figure titled Per diems and expense claim workflow. Expense claim forms must be used for claiming per diems and expenses. One form must be used for each employee instead of one form for an entire department. Per diem claims cannot be future dated and can be claimed only for the days that are owed. For each month, the employee can claim per diems from the 11th of the month until the 10th of the next month. Freelancers must submit their invoices to the operations administrator before the 1st of every month. The submission and approval workflow for freelancer invoices is detailed in the figure titled Freelancer Invoice Submission Workflow. Monitor and control orders. The structures manager is responsible for supporting the project manager to ensure that the structure's activities are completed within the agreed schedule and delivered within the planned budget, quality, and safety specifications. When requested, the structures manager guides the project manager on project escalations, including any requests for additional structure resources or assessments of the impact of change requests. The structures manager ensures that the structures team is provided with sufficient safety equipment and access to safety resources to comply with Arena's safety standards. Close structure orders. Once the structure scope of work is completed, the structures manager closes all related financials and reports on the performance of the structures team. The structures manager supports the procurement, operations planner, and warehouse manager in addressing and closing any structure-related purchase and supplier issues with ordering and invoicing. The structures manager ensures that all structure-related petty cash expenses are documented, closed, and reported following the petty cash guidelines. The structures manager reports the overall performance of the structures team to the account manager. RACI Matrix. A RACI matrix is a tool that clarifies roles and responsibilities in a project by designating who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for each task. Please take some time to study this matrix for a clear understanding of team roles. Please review this RACI matrix carefully. Related documents and references. Here is a list of the documents referenced in this lesson.